city.
Gentlemen, welcome to Ephesus. Here is the city which was exactly built very first time, 3rd century BC by Lysimachus. And then after that, in Roman Empire period, they rebuilt and they just extended the city. First of all, well, as you see right over here, defense wall we do have was surrounding the city. Still, we can actually not see over here with that, or later we can see some defense wall remains. Later I will show you. It was just surrounding, just like this, all around the city. Well, just imagine, right over here, there were you saw slope of the hill, and then there is a big square. This is agora, the market area. So it makes sense. People used to bring the sheep, by the sheep actually. They used to bring the stuff, and then they used to sell stuff over here in the market, in the agora. Another agora is located right over here, which is called State Agora. Well, so we need exactly excavations. They do excavate Ephesus for like 150 years. And it, just like snowfall, imagine, after years, erosion and then dust, you know, after earthquakes, the remains get covered by the soil. And then you don't see it. And then what they did, they just excavate, and then we have got these remains, they put together, and then you can see the remains today. Especially Celsius Library, which is just right over here we are going to see. That is the most beautiful building in Ephesus. Here is a city full of two amazing, huge, high buildings were here, just imagine. On the left hand side we have got the water system, which is one of the highest points in the city. They used to carry the water from the mountains, spring water, for them trend, which is wind trend, like 90 degrees exactly. The streets are cutting each other. We will see actually 3 main roads. Here is the one main road, and then other one till Celsius Library. We have got another one, and the Marble Street road. Exactly original road, original marble pieces on the road you are going to see. It's for the dirty and rainwater. You see the pipes right down there? Those are all original pipes. You will see another here. They had excellent cities. The baths were, the bath, Roman bath, exactly were important. They had a couple of points exactly. Here is one of them, which is we are not going to see that exactly. You will see the Scholastica bath, which is housing the Latrina toilets and gymnasium. That's better one, right in the center. So we will see that one. Right here we have that Roman bath. And also the sign exactly, it was a secret with the Christians. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right here we have got a circle. I didn't make it, so nobody did it. It is like 2,000 years old, like from the Christians exactly. In the entrance, they used to have this circle, and if you see this circle, it means right here in this city there are some Christians, because Christianity was forbidden before 330, before Helena. Remember, I told you in Cappadocia, actually right in the church, Constantine's mother, Helena, she has been Christian. She was the very first person who has been Christian in the royal family. And then to be Christian, it was okay for the Roman Empire. But before 330, it was forbidden. That's why they used to hide themselves. And then this is the sign for the Christian people. Why it is just like circle? Why it is not different thing? Because this circle, well, all the letters here, as you see, I, X, a delta, and Y, and this letter, they are all Greek. And then it comes from this, all letters comes from this circle. You can exactly have it, you know, X just like this, and delta just like this. So Y you can do from the circle. Well, anyway, these letters telling us ictus in Greek. Ictus means fish. Fish was symbolizing Christianity. Because why? The very first two apostles of Jesus Christ were fishermen. Jesus Christ started to tell people, and then he saw first the fishermen, and then he just told them to follow him, and then they joined to Jesus Christ. Anyway, at the end of the day, ictus, which is in Greek fish, and then the letters of ictus all comes from this circle. That's why they always had this circle to understand that there are some Christians in this city. Here is the entrance exactly. You are the Christian, you come and you see all of the colors anyway. So we have that, the Ionic order, by the colors, plus the bull heads. Bull heads, of course, supporting the roof. They had the wooden roof. We cannot see today. But imagine every single column had this, one of these chapters. Section actually, two lines of columns, and Basilica was the place the merchants engaged in commerce and they exchanged money. Next to Basilica it was Agora, which is market area. Well, here we have got Bolitarium. From the Bolitarium, imagine please, this was from Basilica to the Bolitarium, there was 5 and in the city, and these kind of buildings, the fountains, the theaters, or the Bolitarium, they were built by the rich people, the richest people. For example, this one was built by Scholastic actually, and all the way down, and also Vedius, and also Polio. Those are the name of the families. They were very rich. Well, exactly meeting, they had some theatrical performance and little concerts too. The foot of five, imagine every single step had one of these, just like that on the either side. And diazoma, which is dividing the seats exactly. For the pedestrians, there is a road up there, so which is called diazoma anyway. So on the side, on the right, on the left, we have got two entrances. You can just climb up and then you can use the diazoma. As you see, the way comes from the side entrances, divide the seats, two pieces anyway, two pieces for the seats, two sections. Well, of course, high society used to live near the stage. Here is the stage, we can say. Well, this marble section, it is original, but up there, after the restoration, that's not original.
He's suffocating already.
Let him pass the little. We eat more.
For the curates, for the priest of the temple of Artemis. Holy places over here, holy area. Well, I just want to tell you, we have got all this structure. How come they just connect this pieces together? You see, there is nothing between them. So very easy. They had the holes just like this. You see, every single piece had these holes, and then they were pouring the lead. You know lead? They were pouring it, and then the lead, they were connecting the pieces just like this. As you see, this is the technique exactly. And for the arches, for sure, they have the right in the middle, top of it, there is a stone which is giving pressure to the others, so you don't have to put anything. That's a very technical thing. So when you put it, so thing to build it, and they're supporting with the wood or with the exactly with the soil, with the sand anyway. They just put them. Sand or the timber is supporting them first, and then when they put the stone right in the middle, it gives pressure, and then it is ready. And then you just, what you do, you just clean up, and then here you are. We have got the arch, which is very simple technique for the architecture. And they put this thing in the columns with this technique, with the lead. So, and then you can build amazing buildings just like this. Imagine this. Again, it was higher than this and it had roof. The Bolitarion, the Odeon. And right over here, for sure, there was a big, exactly, building again for the Temple of Roma, and next to it, the holy place for the priests. Okay, let's go to this. We are going to see other remains. Anybody to disturb them when they carry the wood, because that priests were highly respected people. Well, that's why any vehicle carried, for example, horse chariot, you know, they didn't want any of them, because if you have horse chariot, and then you will maybe disturb the priest, because the priest is going in the middle and she has to go on the side. That's why. Okay, this way, please. And medicines and curing anyway. So we have got four sides down there here. And all mythology is holding the ship right over here, as you see. Well, here is the hospital, and next to it we have got folio fountain, which is with the arch exactly, just like this. So it was the fountain. It was built by Folio family actually. They were the richest, one of the richest family in Ephesus. Was also a strong person right over here. Memnus was the anyway, the same today. That's why they had lots of fountains and baths in this city. Well, of course they didn't have, they had always enough water to make them fresh. Well, on the left hand side we have got another temple, huge wall you see, and up there you can see the statue of Domitian. Domitian was the emperor in Roman Empire exactly. In next to it we have got little arch which is for folio fountain. Well, let me give you free time right over here. 4:25. 4:25 we are meeting here, okay? Enjoy it. Well, I mean, yeah. 10 minutes.
看的时候是怎么样的？
安娜，上面。
我这边就看得到了。来了吗？来，下面给你看。
对啊，这 camera 跟我的一样。
电话水啊，你电话水。啊，那个水，那个水。我赢者啦。你先讲好，你要紧还是要远？
来，你看，芝芝，啊。对。
Believe in God, do not enter from here. They just wanted people to believe in gods and the goddesses. They don't want anybody to be atheists. Well, just in case, they just put Heracles reliefs over here because Heracles was the god of the war exactly. Well, and on the right hand side, left hand side, we have got the columns. Well, this is a good example exactly. Well, imagine this. There was a roof, wooden roof, and columns just like this were going all the way down. But the difference is on the, you see the this piece, they have huge statues just like this, still all the way down, on the right, on the left. How amazing is this all marble? Well, they get marble from the quarries very close to here. Takes only 15 kilometers. The mountains, they do have plenty of marble right in this area. Okay, this way please.
就在那边他看到了。
Hadrian actually. They were highly respected emperors right over here in Ephesus. Well, they used to have food right over here. And for refreshing, the water used to come here and then just making it wet and cooler to work. And sometimes it was that right in the middle, there are little pieces. They were 12 meters high. And in the horseshoe shape it is of the statue, they had great statues right in the middle and on the side. Imagine please. And then it was, that piece is original. It was 12 meters high and it was coming just like this, U shape. It was amazing architecture. By the way, Corinthian style, we can see the capital of the columns just like that. As you see, it has got flowers on it, so it is Corinthian style. As I told you, Ionic, Corinthian, and Doric style they had. The Doric is plain one, capital of the columns. This is with the flowers, and Ionic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on the left-hand side we have got harbor for high society. Here is the downtown. Here is the heart of the city. Like on the floor. They were covered by marble, and they had different sections. Here is the undressing room.
Yes.
And then they had the cold room
Ağaçta,
for
bunda ağaçlarına.
exactly. Pool and the cold room exactly. What they were doing, they were first going to undressing room, and then they were going to for the hot tissue for getting, they were sweating anyway, and then they were going to lukewarm room, and then the cold room with the pool. They were resting right in this bath. They had different sections, and behind of these columns, it was gymnasium for the Roman Empire, Roman people exactly. So it was very important bath. They were always going to gymnasium and then enjoying in the bath. It was just like social center. For like they were spending every single day for like 3-4 hours. Like the high society. And you have to make money from trading. And Ephesus was the first entrance of the they didn't simulate it instead, not they used to keep the valuable things, money, treasury, right in the temple. So it was safe. Well, and also we have got what in the book, we have got just come and just check the statue right over here. So you can see a horse and a man who is riding horse, and then the man who established the first impression, not this one. So before he left the house to you establish a city over there. And then they were camping in this area where the hill is anyway, and they were just grilling the fish, and then the fish just, when they were cooking, fish just dropped, and then behind of the bush there was a pig, and then it started to run away, and then Androclus did figure out that is the point, and then right after it is telling that legend anyway. The other statues are the goddesses and the gods of the Greek mythology. Well, okay, somebody wants to go to toilet? Anybody wants to go to toilet? Young man? Eating over here, as I told you, this is the part of the gymnasium and bath. So at the end of the day, they were relaxing. That's why they had this kind of toilets. In the middle, there was a little pool and the beautiful statues. It was so marvelous. By the way, so they used to wash themselves just like this. Here is the water channel, and then they used to have water. You see, this is for cleaning. Yes, exactly. And other thing is they had slaves to warm up the marble because marble is always cold. So of course first right away. Yeah.
Yeah.
你这样抓你的有人做的。
The points of Celsius actually, knowledge, virtue, and wisdom and thought. They were the special thing. Another Mitrates entrance that it was for Agora. Remember I showed you the big Agora after the port. Here is the biggest agora is located and it was surrounded by the columns. Well, if you would like to take pictures, because here was the port city. So lots of seamen used to come over here to the city. Well, you can take pictures, you can be closer to the Central Library, and then we have less than 5 minutes over here, and then we go to Kiev.
辅导科的。